What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Alright, so we're going to start this one off with an update at 1 Day Out from Edgard John-Augustin, aka Bionic Body, and although he says in these updates that he's a bit flat, I think he's done the work to really bring it this weekend. Edgard is looking very lean, and I think he'll be pushing for that top spot in Pittsburgh. Now, the last time we saw Edgard on stage was actually 2019 at the Toronto Pro, and just look at the progress that he's made since then. The back thickness and detail is improved, the quads are improved, I think the conditioning is improved as well. You know, just look at the biceps on this guy. Usually longer arms don't look as filled out on competitors, but for his height and proportionally speaking as well, I think from the front and the side, his arms look pretty good. The hamstrings and quads
And I think
definitely
once he
have a lot of
fills out,
detail. He'll really be that much more impressive. And remember, Edgard still has to fill out before he actually goes to prejudging. Remember when Nick Walker posted a physique update the day of the 2022 Olympia? He was noticeably flat, there was no question, but when he took the stage, the results really spoke for themselves. And that's exactly what I think we're going to see here. Edgard definitely has the opportunity to really fill up and nail his peak today, so I think everything is right on track. The Pittsburgh Pro looks like it's going to start off with a very impressive showing from Edgard, and best of luck at prejudging today. Alright, next up, we have an announcement from Neil Currey that his year-long off-season is being cut short. So for those of you who may have missed it, Neil Currey and his coach Ben Chow decided to make the switch to open bodybuilding almost immediately after walking off the Classic Physique Olympia stage last year. And Neil's plan was to spend the entire 2023 season putting on size to come in and compete in the Open. But Neil dropped an update here saying that he's got the green light from both Ben and Fouad to compete this year. And you know what? I agree with them. Neil is going to be ready in 3 months to run with the big boys, and I do think he's going to do extremely well in the Open division. The plan was to hit 300 pounds, and Neil was still dropping updates, up to the 280 pound mark, but regardless of the weight, Neil has one of the most shapely, aesthetic physiques in bodybuilding, period, and I really do think that's true. Look at the quad sweep, the small midsection. His chest actually reminds me of Schwarzenegger in the side chest. But the overall flow is just so damn impressive looking. He does need more size in the hamstrings, and his arms are actually so big that he could use some more width to the back, but I think those areas have improved so far, and in 3 more months, like I said, he'll be ready to run with the big boys. So he's targeting both the Romania and the Prague Pro this year. The Romania Pro is in November 11th and 12th, and the Prague Pro is November 18th, which would actually qualify him for the Olympia in 2024. The 2023 Olympia is actually the first weekend in November, so that would give Neil the entire 2024 season to continue improving before the Olympia. Are you guys seeing the strategy here? I think I'm starting to see it. So let's see how far Neil can push it in 3 more months. Alright, next up, Breon Ansley has dropped a physique update on his road to the 212 division. Now, when Breon said he was making the switch to 212, he did say his plan was to stay relatively lean in the process. And I think Breon is pretty much right on point here, honestly. Anyone out there that has tried to put on size really knows if you're not willing to put on the body fat to go along with it, you're not going to make any serious progress. 99% of the time anyway, that's the case. So, whereas Breon made some progress so far, well, I think his back looks wider, thicker. I would say the arms have grown a bit, but the legs, I'm not sure that he's put on enough in the leg department yet to really make it to that top 3 level in the 212 division. They are growing, I think, but the legs is where Breon really needed to add some significant size. And many out there questioned if Breon could even grow his legs, since he is in his 40s and legs are usually the first thing to go, when it comes to bodybuilders. So, I still think Breon needs more time to grow before we can really say if he'll be in that top 3 level in the 212, but he's planning on asking for the special invite to the 212 Olympia, so for now, the bulking season continues for Breon Ansley. Alright, last up, we are officially 8 days out of the New York Pro, and Tonio Burton continues to put the competition on notice that he's coming in at his all-time best. This is really shaping up to be the best Tonio Burton we've ever seen on a bodybuilding stage. Now, since the announcement from Carlos Thomas Jr. that he won't be competing in New York, that really started the conversation around Tonio being, the top contender for that New York Pro title. He's the only Olympian in this lineup. He's looking absolutely inside-out conditioned here. The vascularity in the quads is ridiculous. I think he looks harder than anyone else competing so far. So as of right now, I have Tonio Burton winning the show. I think Stuart Sutherland will definitely push him. Joe Seaman and Robin Strand will definitely outsize pretty much everyone. Eric Wood is going to bring some crazy shape and conditioning to the lineup. But the best all-around package, I think, is Tonio Burton. So, Tonio is going to be very, very dangerous in this lineup. You guys let me know down in the comments section, who do you have winning the New York Pro? I'm interested to hear your thoughts on it. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.